And here we go. All right. Well, welcome to round two, live presentation, Trainerize Corporate Wellness with Tricor Wellness. And we are here talking about your next phase in your corporate wellness program. And one of the consensus was from the survey, from some responses, talk to Tiffany, talk to Sharad, we really wanted to really get people more engaged in this next phase of corporate wellness. So what that means is we're going to bring in a company-wide challenge. So if you look at the document here in your app, and I'm also going to pull it up on the screen as well, we are going to do a wellness compliance challenge. So that sounds kind of formalized and kind of business-like, but really what it comes down to is group accountability and group support. So we found through this initial program that one of the key factors that people really enjoyed was the social aspect of all working together. We've had multiple people say it was really motivating and exciting to see different workouts popping up in the main chat, in the subgroups. In the subgroups too, with all the coaches, we've addressed a ton of different topics, ranging from fitness to nutrition questions to supplements and sleep. Maybe a few injuries we addressed and stuff too. But now we're going to take it another level, another phase, and really engage the entire company in a community aspect by bringing in this challenge. So the challenge is going to be based upon compliance and measured in percentages. So here's an example, right? Everybody has different type of fitness and wellness goals. So how to measure a challenge, right? Well, some people may be working out about 2 days a week. Some people may be 6 days a week. They may be CrossFit over here. It may be walking and some light in-home exercises over here. So what do we do and how do we measure, and compete, against each other with that type of blend? Well, really, it's going to be agreeing upon with your coach that they are going to be posting in the app with stats to really drive home that technology and that data aspect that Trainerize does so well, to making sure that you're posting your workouts. So say, for example, that Sharad and I agree that he's going to work out 4 times a week, okay? Those workouts are going to be posted in Trainerize, and he's going to have to go in and check off those workouts to ensure that he hit 100% compliance to his agreed upon workout compliance for that week, right? So say he only hit 3 workouts. So we're going to measure 75% compliance for him for that week. Over the challenge, over the next 30 days, we're going to measure all of those percentages of the coaches on our end. And we're going to say, hey, you were at 60% efficiency with your workout compliance. So this is going to be one of the factors in measuring, making sure you're staying on track with your fitness and wellness goals. All right. So how do we measure a workout? Well, again, we want to really engage the data component of what we can do with Trainerize, right? So we're trying to classify a workout here with these types of criteria. Number one is a period of time of 30 minutes or longer. So we want to have some people exercising, walking, doing something for 30 minutes in duration. So that's one measurable value that we can call a workout. The other one is 200 calories or more burned in that given session. So if you can hit 200 calories in 20 minutes, then you still qualify to hit that workout. And I see some people laughing. I see some smiles. I see some, oh man, I got to work out a little harder. I see some of those coming through, but that's okay. Part of this is really helping everybody enhance themselves and enhance their well-being through this challenge here, okay? So again, 30 minutes in duration or 200 calories or both. That's what we're trying to qualify as a specific workout. If you have specific questions on this and how to achieve this with your own individual goals, that's why we have the coaches. So we are here to help you work through all of these different questions and challenges, okay? So this is the workout compliance section of the challenge. So as I scroll down here, we also have a nutrition compliance section, okay? So this is really cool, all right? So now we're gonna be getting into the messaging and the picture messaging features of what Trainerize can do. So really, we're not necessarily going to be putting a lot of attention into strict nutritional management with you. What we are looking for is we're looking for healthy nutritional choices. So we said, okay, 7 days a week, we want people to post their dinner picture into the subgroup. Okay. So now this is going to give you a layer of accountability. I know Farhad's thinking, I'm going to have pizza, but I'm going to take a picture of my salad over here and send it in. We will find out. We will find out, sir. I see you smiling. So we're going to make sure that as a group and as a collective, we want to help encourage, support, but also use Trainerize and the app features to its best ability. So again, using the picture messaging feature, all you have to do is drop in a picture of what your dinner is into your subgroup. Okay, that's how we're going to do it. And then the subgroup and the teams together will work together in support, encouragement. Hey, I had an idea for dinner. Check out this new recipe that I made. Those are the types of things that we're looking for out of support in your subgroups, so that way people can encourage and help to provide better nutritional choices. So let's review real quick, okay? So with this challenge over the next 30 days, and by the way, this challenge is going to start on Monday. So you get the weekend to enjoy yourself a little bit. Everybody's like, when is this going to start? So it starts on Monday the 26th, okay? So get everything out of your system now. Enjoy your weekend. Monday is the day. We're going to go 30 days hard on this compliance challenge. So with this, workouts, you're going to work with your coach, message them over the weekend, say, hey, Nick, hey, Micah, hey, Chris, I'm going to do 4 days a week, and let's have it scheduled in my calendar. That's going to be my goal, is to hit a workout 4 days a week, okay? We have the qualifications, have it be 30 minutes or longer, or 200 calories. Use your technology, use your connected health devices, agree to making a solid fitness plan that you can sustainably do for 30 days. The nutrition compliance section is here. Basically, send in a pic of your dinner 7 days a week, snap a quick pic, throw it into the subgroup, throw it in with your team, have some support, have some engagement, ask questions. Hey, what can I do better with this? This is what we're looking for. Awesome. So we'll drop in some questions. If you want to drop some questions in the app, let me know. We'll get addressed to those here in a little bit. So now, what kind of winners are we going to have with this? Aha. So what are we doing here? What are we doing? So we're going to have two different types of winners, right? So we're going to have the top one person at Trainerize with the top compliance rate will be the individual winner. And I have a special prize for that person too. Okay. So where is it? The top winner is going to get a brand new Tricor shirt, okay, to represent, to say, hey, I am the top of the top compliance challenge winner. I am the champion, okay? So wherever you are in the world, we will send it to you. I don't care if you're in Europe, Canada, Mexico, doesn't matter. We will send you a brand new Tricor shirt. Obviously, send us your size. We'll get you taken care of, okay? But this is a top of the line t-shirt from Naples, Florida, that you will be receiving as the champion, okay? Very cool. So that's the top person. The subgroup team here, okay, with the highest compliance rate will be the team winners. And Sharad is going to help. We're going to get some t-shirts made for you guys for the team winners. So again, we're going to have some definite pride when it comes down to who's winning this challenge. As we continue to go, we're going to bring in more challenges and more diversity into this corporate wellness program that we have with you guys. So again, when we send out those surveys, give us some responses, give us some feedback, whether it's good, bad, constructive criticism, we don't mind. We want to make this as good and as powerful as a program as we can for you guys. So here's some examples too of how we can be tracking the fitness and nutrition challenge. So right here, here's an example. So Trevor, for this day, he had a salad. And really, this is all that it takes. Is say, hey, here's what I'm doing tonight. I had a chickpea tofu salad. It tasted really good. Bam. Okay. So that's an example you can throw into the subgroup chat. Just a quick picture and you're off. Okay. Here's another example here. In Trainerize, we want to see people completing workouts. So whether it's a programmed workout in the app, or you did a run on your Apple Watch like Giovanna or Sharad exercise for 22 minutes, we want to see those loggings in the Trainerize app to ensure that you're hitting your compliance and your challenge. So part of this too is really engaging and using the connected devices that we have in the app to make sure that you're staying on track with these challenges. In the background, our coaches are going to be helping basically compile all the information, tracking all your stats. So all you have to do is work out and post those pics of your food. Super simple. That's it. All right. So question is probably going to pop up. If we have a tie, okay, if we have a tie, we're going to figure out, okay, between the two people, some type of tiebreaker challenge. And I already have a few ideas over here, but I'm not going to release them yet because they're going to be pretty interesting. So we want to make it fun and exciting if there is a tie for the top person. All right. So now let's talk about secrets to success. Okay. Because we had a lot of questions in this first block of the challenge. So what is, how do I get to this? And why does it take me so long to get here? And, a lot of different questions like that. So number one, and we made this in a social media post the other day, is really address your weak points. So we had a lot of clients and a lot of people, asking like, hey, how do I break past this plateau? So really you have to think back. What are your weak points in your overall fitness and wellness journey right now? Is my weak point alcohol? Is my weak point that I don't sleep enough? Is my weak point that I don't drink enough water? So really, if you just focus on one small thing, like say, for example, you know what? I was drinking like 2 or 3 glasses of wine every night last week. That's about 300-400 calories, maybe 500 calories if they're big glasses of wine. Okay. Those are types of small things that you can do to really mitigate, the calorie intake and help you get to your goal. If your goal, say, was weight loss or something like that. Okay. So if you address those weak points, take it one step at a time, 1 week at a time, you can really see some measurable results long term. I'll give you another example. We had this one pop up with a client. Water. It's a real challenge to drink water. I think we've all been there too, because we're sitting on our desks, we're at home, we're not really moving that much, and we're not necessarily able to get the amount of water that we need. Well, one quick thing that you can do is set an alarm on your phone. Have it go off every 2 hours. Doesn't have to be a big alarm, whatever, but just have it be a recurring alarm every 2 hours throughout your day. So you're going to get maybe 4, 5, maybe 6 alarms going off throughout your day. That's going to remind you, oh, drink water, drink water, drink water. If you need even more help, we have the auto messaging feature in Trainerize too, so we can really deliver a personalized message to you to help you with reminding to drink water as well. And we actually did that for a few people last month when we first started the corporate wellness program. So really work on those weak points within your wellness. If you don't have them or you don't know how to identify them, work with your coach, message your coach, figure those out. That's why we're here. We're here to provide you that support for you. Okay. So secrets to success. Number one is consistency. If you find something, okay, be consistent with it. 21 to 30 days is really what it takes to be able to create metabolic habit change. All right. So really, when you're thinking about progress, give yourself some time. Be consistent with it for that 21 to 30-day mark. You also want to do this is measure and track progress. Hence the reason why we're using Trainerize in this challenge to be able to track your progress and measure results, tracking your fitness, looking at your nutrition, all those things. Then the next thing is reevaluation. So after you've done it for a period of time, looking at your stats, looking at your performance, you want to reevaluate and then also make adjustments based upon that evaluation. Again, part of what we do as coaches here at Tricor is we do all this for you. So utilize your coach, engage with them, ask them the right questions. We can really help you take it the next step. Okay. The second part is accountability. We're here for accountability. We are in your pocket, literally ready to help you if you have a challenge, a question, a struggle, whatever it may be. But at the same time, use the people around you too. So your coworkers, your teammates, if you're in a subgroup with somebody that like, hey, let's kind of message each other back and forth. And hey, how was your breakfast this morning? Hey, did you get your workout yet? Let's work out together. Okay. Something like that. And you can kind of time it at the right time. There's a lot of ideas that we have for accountability, but teamwork, support, and then follow through on that. And that's why we're having the challenge as a compliance-based challenge too, is to really help and drive home follow through. Cool. Let me do this. I'll pause for a second and I'll stop share. Let's ask some questions. Okay. Awesome. Game on. All right, Paula. 20 Oh, disregard the 22-minute workout. Yeah, whatever, Sharad. All right, so let's see. Meals. Perfect. Yes, to check the new Apple Watch. Yeah, so if you guys have an Apple Watch, man, the version 2 is awesome. Our clients love it. So you guys are really killing it when it comes to that development. So yes, please use the Apple Watch feature. We love it. Our clients love it. Yeah, so whenever you're doing anything with tracking and stuff too, definitely use as many of the connected health devices that we have. If you have a Withings scale, that's another one that we can make sure that we're keeping you on track as well. So use that Withings scale and really check into that. Yes, habits assigned. Perfect. Love it. We will definitely do that, Paula. Engage with your coach. Let's figure out, hey, what are those challenges? What are those weak points? Let's address it with habits feature. Let's use the master habits feature now. You know, there's a lot of new capabilities that we have this month, and I think it's really going to help keep people really engaged. So this is great. This is awesome. All right, so let me go back to the challenge document here and pull this up. All right, so yes, we went through everything else. A lot of this other stuff is basic programming. So now what I want to do is I want to take some time and I want to try to address some of the concerns in the wellness component of coaching that a lot of people have been asking about. So one of the big ones is sleep, okay? Wow, that's a big one to unpack, okay? So sleep is a really, really big part of achieving your fitness and wellness goals. So right now, if you can put a 1 or a 2, if you think in the chat, if you think that your sleep is optimal, we'll say 1, or 2, not optimal. I just want to see a collective and see how many people are optimal or not optimal with their sleep, okay? So while we're doing that, I'm going to pull up a sleep document that we have here, and we're going to go through it today so we can help people optimize their sleep. So really, wherever you are in your goals, whether you're crossfitting or walking or just dealing with elevated amounts of stress, sleep is extremely important for your body to recover from that. So this is part of our metabolic coaching that we do with private clients, but you guys are going to get a deep dive into this today, since it was a common feature and a common question that we had with a lot of people. Okay, cool. Let me take a look at this chat here. Awesome. Oh, 2, 2, 2, 1. All right, we got a few 1s. We got definitely some 2s and stuff too. Okay, so good. Yeah, sleep is definitely something we need to address. All right. So really, here we go. The ultimate performance and health enhancer. When you go to bed at night, what do you do with your phone, right? You plug it into the charger. How long does it take to charge? Well, depending on what phone you have, it really depends on the battery life, things like that, right? But think about your body, okay? You're doing the same thing to your body, is really plugging in your body into its recharge state. So all the things that we do throughout the day-to-day routine, right? Work, workouts, food choices, stress, all of these things put demands on our body, right? So really, how do we recover from those? If you just killed your body in a CrossFit workout or a high intensity workout and you made micro tears, into your muscles, that is going to require your body to regenerate those tissues. Where do you do that is actually when you're sleeping. So really, sleep is a huge component of making sure you're getting stronger, you're burning body fat, and you're recovering your mind and your central nervous system so you have optimal cognitive ability to be able to work at your highest level. And in work could be, in your career, it could be in your workouts, it could be in your family life, it could be spending time doing recreational activities of anything that you want to do with your friends. If you are not optimal in your sleep, then this is going to take you away from all of those things. Okay. So what do we recommend? We recommend about 7 to 9 hours is optimal. So all of the information that we're bringing in here today too is, and I'll try to bring this a little larger, is basically looking at, okay, what is optimal for you as an individual? Okay. So 7 to 9 hours of sleep is really optimal. What if you say, hey, I'm only getting 5 or 6 right now. I don't really have the time, things of that nature. There's a lot of different strategies. And this is something too, that if you're very individualized with your specific sleep needs, is to work with your coach There's a lot of different ways to manage that. So this is why we have some of this documentation, and we want to work with you individually to help optimize your sleep. But here are some general food, nutrients, and supplements to help optimize your sleep. Okay. I don't like that screen. We're going to go back to this one. All right. So a couple things that could help optimize sleep is number one is consuming enough calories to meet your needs. So a lot of the conversation that we had last month was about meeting calorie needs and eating enough food. So one thing, if you know for a fact, like you just know you're not eating enough food, but yet you're still having sleep issues, number one thing I would do is hands down, start to consume a little bit more. If you are under your metabolic rate, okay, and your body's in a stress state because you're not giving it enough nutrients, this is going to give you a basic situation at night where your body's hot, you're dehydrated, you're cranky. I mean, raise your hand or put a star in the chat. Like if you've ever woken up about 3 a.m. just burning up hot, okay, and you just can't get back to sleep, that is a telltale signal that your body did not either consume enough calories or hydrate properly during the day. And now your body's going, hey, I'm in a stress state. I can't sleep at night. I mean, we've all been there. I've even made the mistake myself too. We've all been there. So number one is definitely make sure you're getting enough food to be able to help you sleep. Calorie deprivation negatively affects sleep, okay? So if you're trying to go on a weight loss diet or a weight loss program, eating too low can negatively affect your sleep quality. All right. Be sure meals contain adequate amounts of carbohydrates and protein. Another one we see a lot with people is if you go too low carb, that also negatively affects sleep. Okay. So you want to make sure to also maintain having adequate amounts of healthy complex carbs. Okay. Not a bunch of chips and crackers and stuff like that, but sweet potatoes, rice, beans, healthy complex carbs to help facilitate quality sleep at night. Avoid excessive high fats diets. They can negatively affect sleep for certain individuals. Here's another really interesting one too, is really timing your meals. So don't eat heavy meals within about 2 to 4 hours of going to sleep. Your body's still digesting. You could have acid reflux. How many of us have probably had a big meal and then went to lay down and we start having acid reflux at night? It's frustrating. We've all probably been there before, okay? One of the worst things, and I hate to say it, is having ice cream late at night. All that cream and all that sugar, the fats and the sugar is very acidic. It's going to make your acidity rise up. You're going to have a ton of different issues, maybe even heartburn at night, okay? So really mitigate those. And having a light carbohydrate snack if you're hungry, something small before bedtime, that can also help improve sleep actually. So there's a lot of little tips here that can help to maximize sleep quality. Nutrients, this is definitely going to be more individualized to each person, but certain vitamins and minerals can really amplify sleep quality as well. Number one that you see a lot is actually magnesium, and you see a lot of magnesium supplements can actually help optimize sleep. But let me put a pause to that real quick. You don't necessarily have to dive into supplements to help improve your sleep quality. We just said that above, right? And it's about nutritional management. So again, work with your coach and maybe even positioning different types of food choices that have higher magnesium content in your daily diet. So therefore you can improve your sleep. So again, don't just run to supplements right away. Work with your coach, ask the right questions. Hey, I'm having trouble with my sleep. Okay, maybe I need to be having more X, Y, and Z to be able to optimize my sleep better or mitigate less. There's a lot of different variations of that, okay? Selenium, potassium, vitamin C, believe it or not, and even vitamin D. If you notice a lot, especially in fitness and nutrition media and marketing lately, vitamin D is like one of the best things you can do for your body. Getting sunlight, taking a vitamin D supplement, eating foods with vitamin D. I mean, you want to talk about one of the best things you can do is really making sure you're optimizing your vitamin D intake. Again, going individualized, let's work with your coach on that. A lot of the other additional supplements too, and you guys have maybe heard of this too, is L-theanine, melatonin, and valerian root. So these additional supplements can actually help. And again, work with your coach, have them dose it properly with you and really target for yourself individually. But these things can really help optimize your sleep cycle and put you into a nice relaxation state to help you sleep better. One of the things that I actually personally enjoy is valerian root tea. So it's a very light tea, calorie free. It tastes pretty good. So at night, and I'll have like a little bit of valerian tea, and it'll kind of bring me down a little bit. I'm the type of person that just runs high energy all the time. So I need to kind of chill out sometimes. So if you're the same way, just like that, I mean, I would say definitely take a look at some of these things and work with your coach. Okay. Other variables. Okay. We're exposed to it all day long, especially here at Tricor. You guys are definitely exposed to it, but it's the light, the electronics. Okay. Believe it or not, one of the cool things that you can do, and try this like over the weekend, is turn off the TV and other high frequency electronic devices. I mean, we even work with clients too, to the point where the frequency of having their Wi-Fi device in their bedroom is disrupting their sleep. We've gone through all these other things, and they are so sensitive to having those high frequencies that really by shutting it off at night, they sleep so much better and so much deeper. Another example that we've actually used with clients too is one is taking like a trip to a cabin, like, and there's no Wi-Fi in this cabin, right? And she's like, I don't understand why I slept so good. Well, come to find out, her TV, her radio, her cell phone next to her bed, her Wi-Fi. I mean, she had like 6 or 7 electronic devices in her bedroom near where she was sleeping. She didn't realize that because of that, it was affecting her sleep quality. So something to be aware about. I'm not saying that you guys are directly related to that style of disruption of sleep, but be aware of it. That's why we're here. We want to bring in some of these alternative, thought processes and topics in wellness to really help you guys amplify your sleep. Okay. So that's a really interesting one as well too. Activity. Yeah. Try not to do very strenuous activity at night and things of that nature. Aromatherapies are also very good. There's a lot of good properties to specific aromatherapies. I know for a fact that my wife loves them. We run them in the house all the time, lavender and lemon and sweet orange. So that's another avenue to help with, relaxing and sleep quality. Through this document too, and don't worry, we will send this to you guys as well, so you can take a look at this and look at it more detailed. But we have some recommendations to kind of get started with certain supplements. We have some athletic considerations here as well too, that really go into deeper dive when it comes down to athletic performance, the GI quality of foods, and then also too, and how actually, and this is actually a really interesting point before I wrap up the sleep document, is really how sleep deprivation can actually lead to type 2 diabetes risk. So we actually have some scientific documents here on this as well, and how that affects your blood sugar response and blood sugar management. So take a look at this. We'll load it up. We'll get you guys the information. There's a lot more to it. But yeah, I'll take a break here. Let's take a look at some of the chat features. Okay, I missed the question, but I'm a good sleeper. All right. Awesome. Just throwing it out there. Perfect. So missed the question. Awesome. Rest and repair product. Very cool. Yeah, and you probably noticed that, Jennifer. Yeah, you probably noticed that with a lot of different products lately, is that there are a lot of products out there now trying to help people optimize sleep. One of the ones that I personally take too is called ZMA. And really ZMA is just 3 different minerals and vitamins. It's zinc, magnesium, and B6. So that right there can actually help induce a better quality sleep. The reason is zinc and magnesium are 2 of the minerals that get depleted significantly within strenuous exercise. So say, for example, you're exercising later in the evening, right? And you've been having some trouble sleeping. Zinc and magnesium are 2 of those minerals that help to repair. They help with muscle function and immunity. If you deplete those too long or too much, it can actually have an effect on your sleep quality. So ZMA is actually a product that's very safe. It's just vitamins and minerals. You take that before going to bed at night, and that can actually have a healthy impact on your sleep quality. There's a lot about nutritional deficiencies and micronutrient deficiencies that we can get into. Again, if you have specific questions on that, definitely message your coach and we can address some of those things. So this is great stuff, guys. This is great stuff. Let me do this. I'm going to pause here. Does anybody have any kind of audible questions and stuff? So any questions out loud? Let's see. Am I muting everybody, or everybody? Can you unmute yourself? Yes. Okay, cool. Perfect. All right, good. I'll keep rocking and rolling then. All right. So the next one that we have too is about hydration. So this was another topic that we kept seeing, okay, with a lot of questions in the first round of corporate wellness here. So man, oh man, hydration. This is huge. This is really, really big, okay? So on the same lines of, let's just go back to that initial state, right? So we said, raise our hand, who's ever basically been in bed at night, woke up at 3 a.m., hot, sweaty, can't go back to sleep, in that stress state. Hydration and sleep, man, those two hand in hand, that's extremely, extremely important. So hydration, what is hydration? Well, a lot of people think hydration is just drinking a bunch of water. And that's partially what hydration is. The other part of hydration, if you look at this picture right here, okay, really shows it all. How water plus electrolytes equals hydration. So really, it's the combination of getting both of those together that really help to enhance your hydration status. So if you have a Withings body cardio scale or one of the Withings scales, one of the measurements on that scale is your intracellular water. So how much hydration your body is actually holding inside your cells. Intracellular water is hands down one of the key factors in increasing your metabolic rate. So I know people like Mitch, Farhad, they had a lot of questions on enhancing metabolic rates, right? How do we get better with that? If you are not drinking enough water and you are not eating adequate amounts of vitamins, minerals, and electrolytes, you are significantly sacrificing your basal metabolic rate and how quickly you can move as your general metabolism, your baseline metabolic rate, okay? So right now, as we talked about earlier in the presentation too, is if you want to find some of those weak points in your routine, and water is one of them, hands down, definitely start working on increasing your hydration status, okay? Now, let's look at the electrolyte part, okay? Where do we get electrolytes? Well, a lot of them come from Gatorade. Yeah, not really, okay? Fruits and vegetables, guys. Fruits and vegetables, all right? That's where you get most of them. All right, so if you are not having a fruit or a vegetable at every single meal, again, you are sacrificing your potential for having adequate amounts of vitamins, minerals, and electrolytes. That is also affecting your hydration status. And therefore, as we've seen here, water plus electrolytes equals hydration. So now, moving forward, and this is a little habit, Paula, this is a little habit that we can do, okay, to make sure that you're getting adequate hydration, is we can drop in a habit that says, hey, fruit or vegetable every single meal. So if you are having trouble with that, let your coach know. Let's set up some habits in your app here with us at Tricor, and let's make sure and drive home these messages of ensuring that. So here's the cool part, right? Well, let's go back to the challenge. Let's have everybody keep everybody accountable. If we're looking at somebody's plate and it's just a piece of pepperoni pizza, we don't see any fruits or vegetables, and I'm sorry, pepperonis, cheese, none of that, that's not a fruit or vegetable, okay? Tomato sauce is not a vegetable, sorry guys, okay? Making sure that we have that. Let's call people out. I mean, it's a group thing. We want to make sure everyone's doing it right. It's something simple as if you're having a piece of pizza that night, have a salad with it. Okay, maybe have some green beans on the side or whatever, any kind of fruit or vegetable. If you're done with your meal that night and you're like, man, I didn't have something with it, grab an apple. Boom, something very, very simple. Those are going to help to bring in those vitamins, minerals, and electrolytes. Okay, as we scroll down here, let's look at some basic requirements. So adult males, you're looking at about 3.7 liters a day, about 125 ounces. Now get this too, plus replacing losses, okay? So if you're exercising and you are sweating and you're losing water, and guess where you lose water? When you sleep, okay? That's why it's so important to make sure you're drinking adequate amounts of water during the day to accommodate for some of those losses that you have. This is extremely important. So it's not just about getting your daily intake in, but it's also about replacing losses. Females, it's a little bit less. The scientific post here is about a little bit less, but again, you're also replacing losses there as well. So again, think about how much water you're taking in, and I'm actually going to take a sip right now myself to make sure you're getting enough water in, okay? So we also have some specific types of main ingredients that you can use as a recovery, rehydration drink. And there's different supplements that can also help with hydration. Everything from purified water, lemon juice and lime juice. Even some ingestible essential oils are okay. Definitely check with that. There's certain electrolyte supplements that are in a more natural side or a healthier side. We can definitely help make recommendations for you on that too. And then some optimizers too, like BCAAs, glutamine, even salt. This is one that everybody forgets, is salt is so important. Sodium is a key electrolyte that actually helps your body hold intracellular water. So if you're not salting your foods, or you're an exerciser and you're sweating all the time, guess what you're losing? You're losing water, salt, potassium, magnesium. You're losing all those vitamins, minerals, and electrolytes. And therefore, you can reduce your hydration status. And all you need to do is really just take some pink Himalayan sea salt, put it on your meal, or even sometimes I'll even just drop it in my water just to give it a little bit of, a little bit of flavor. Not a lot, but just a little bit. We also do this too, is just zest of lemon and lime. You want to give it a little bit of difference, bam, okay? Just throw in a little bit of zest there too. So these are some suggestions that we have. But yes, we will definitely send you these documents as well. But we wanted to really show you guys, a little bit deeper dive into some of the common topics that kept popping up, like sleep, hydration, some of those items. So awesome. Let's do this. Let's take a look at the chat again. Let's see here. Gotcha. Okay. So yes, go ahead and I'll send my email, Jennifer, and I'll get you set up that way. Perfect. Cool. Awesome. Very good. Let's do this. Do we have any more questions? We want to make sure that everybody's on track. Does anybody feel like they are lost with the challenge, or they feel they pretty much got the challenge? Have you been able to look at the challenge document? Send me a chat in here. Send me, jump on audio right now and you can ask the question live. Yeah, just let me know. Let's make sure everybody's on board.
Chris, I have a question.
Yes.
For the teams, is it the same team as last time?
Yes. So for this challenge, we're going to run with the same teams as last time. We had a few people that we had to allocate and balance the teams out. So it looks like every team has about, I think, 7-ish people per, maybe a little bit more. So that way it's going to be an even challenge when we run the teams, against each other.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, no problem. Yeah, we're going to be making some changes in the next round as we come up and stuff too. And again, as we send those surveys out too, guys, if you have any thoughts or you want to see something different, let us know. We can definitely implement into our programming some different concepts for you guys. And of course, I'll be talking to Sharad and Tiffany as well. So if you guys want to see something different in next month, let us know. We'll make it happen. Cool. Any other questions? Awesome. All right, so this is great. So again, I just want to review one more time. I'll bring the challenge document up on the screen here, okay? And here. Perfect, okay. So reviewing real quick. So workout compliance. So here is your homework, okay? Number 1 is message your coach. So get engaged with your coach and say, hey, I'm going to be working out 4 days a week, and we're going to make sure, we're going to hold you to it. All right. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to hold you to it, that you're going to get 4 postings on the TriCore app. And that's going to be your commitment to working out for the workout compliance challenge here. And we'll be keeping track of everybody as well. Okay. So that's number 1. The second part is making sure classifying a workout. So it's going to be 30 minutes or longer, or burning 200 calories or more, okay? So that's what we're going to classify as a workout. If you can burn 200 calories in 10 minutes in a high-intensity interval session, by all means, that works, okay? 30 minutes, if you want to go for a walk and you just want to walk for 30 minutes after dinner, that counts too. But we want to get some form of activity in an elevated state to consider that a workout, okay? For the nutrition compliance side, basically this. Let's hold each other accountable. Snap a pic of your nutrition, of your dinner meal, your last meal of the day. And actually, the reason why we chose dinner is because that's like the most vulnerable meal for everybody. Because it's like, oh, it's the end of my day. I'm going to have a bunch of food. No, we're going to try to mitigate that. We're going to try to manage that. We're going to have some accountability when it comes to that. Okay. So yes, all you got to do is use the Trainerize app. Snap a picture of your food, drop it into the chat. Boom, we'll give you a thumbs up, let you know that we saw it, and that's all you have to do. And we'll keep track of all of that as well, too. So again, that's the challenge. We're running it for 30 days. It's starting on Monday, the 26th. So enjoy your weekend and coming on Monday, motivated and ready to rock. Okay. Remember, the winner and the very, very top winner is going to get the awesome Tricor shirts. Okay. So don't forget, this is a high quality premier Egyptian cotton. No, it's not. It's a great shirt. It's a great shirt though. But the top winner will get a personalized Tricor shirt from us. In addition to, I believe Shra is going to be able to give out some challenge shirts as well too. The subgroup will also have that. So now we're also competing as teams. So when you're in your groups with everybody, that is your team. So get with your team, strategize, help each other, message each other. Okay, let's make sure that everybody's on board and we're supporting each other through this process. Lastly, right here, again, a picture like this looks great. Logging your workouts, completing the workouts, and making sure you log them in Trainerize is the only way they're going to count. Okay. Awesome. Do we have any questions? And I'm going to be hanging on the line for a little bit longer. So if anybody wants to stay afterwards and do that as well, that'd be great. I want to give a shout out to Dr. Chris. He's on the line today too. So if you have any questions for Dr. Chris, he's on the line as well. Nick, you want to jump in? So Nick is here as well too. Team. Yep. So he's here answering questions. And then also we have a new coach, Paige. Come on up, Paige. So Paige is here. So she'll be helping us and joining in on the Corporate Wellness Challenge here as we go. So I just want to introduce Paige, Nick, Dr. Chris is here today. A few of the other guys are out of town, but if you have questions for Brian or Micah, they'll be able to definitely get back to you. So awesome. If you guys need anything else, I'm going to be hanging out for a little while. Anybody have any questions on the challenge?
I just had something I want to say real quick. So I'm one of the coaches as well, physical therapist. Even if you're not in my group, you can still ask me any questions. If you have any sort of aches, pains, performance-based questions, feel free to message me. You don't have to be in my group.
Absolutely. Yeah. So we've had a few people reach out to Dr. Chris too with different shoulder issues, wrist issues. We see this a lot, especially with office workers as well. Even neck issues too. Like, oh, I have some really bad pain in my neck. What are some corrective exercises I can do to strengthen my neck and my posture when I'm sitting at the desk? Okay, so there are certain things that we can do to help increase the performance, not only in your workouts, but also your work performance as well. So Dr. Chris is a great resource for helping with some of those corrective exercise. So just remember that, guys. Okay. Awesome. Looks amazing. Here we go. Awesome. No, you cannot choose one workout per week, Giovanna. No, it's going to be at least 2 days a week. Why would you? Of course you would ask that. That's hilarious. At least 2 days a week. I should have put it in the document. You called me out on it. Thank you, Giovanna. This is great. So anyway, thank you guys. We are wrapped up for today. We're going to hang on and answer any questions anybody has. But thank you very much and get ready. Monday, the challenge starts. We'll see you later.
Awesome. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you so much. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Have a good weekend. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Awesome. All right.